Hi everyone, hope you're well. Back at the vise, this time tying a super simple shrimp pattern. It's done me well in the past, both fished as part of a team, but also I like to use it for stalking, either dropping it just in front of a trout and letting the current take it towards the trout, or actually blind stalking, dropping it into the current and just letting it ride and see what's down there. So let's get on with it. As you can see in the vise, I've already got a hook in. That is a Scud Barbless from Togens in size 12. 12s and 14s work best. Brown thread, I've put on a little bed of lead wire just to add some weight. The body, squirrel dubbing. This is vicuñas, but squirrel dubbing. The shell back is this stuff. It's Larva Lace from Togens, and it is in shrimp colour. The breathers of the shrimp are going to be partridge, nicely marked partridge, and the rib is going to be this. It is copper microglint. So let's get on and tie it. First of all, I need to get the breathers in the front. So we're going to pull the feathers, feather fibers 90 degrees from the stem and just rip those off. And then we're going to stick some breathers in at the front. There we go. Snip off your excess. And we're going to take the thread up the back and we're going to do the same thing. And really, certainly over here in the UK with the shrimps that we have, the breathers at the back are about half the length of those at the front. So you just need to make sure there's a little bit of difference when you do it. There we go. Happy with that. And then I like to take the partridge up to the lead because it just reduces the bump, but as we've got a dubbing body, it's not too much of a worry. Okay, just let me adjust the hook in the vise slightly. There we go. Hopefully you can still see that. If not, I'm going to look really silly. So tying in first what we use last, the rib goes in next, and that's this copper microglint. So take a length of that. And we're just going to wrap that all the way down over the lead. In at the back, and then catch it into your materials clip. Snip off the excess. Okay, next up is the Larva Lace D-rib. Thread needs to be up by the eye of the hook, so we'll do that first. And then we're going to catch this in. Leave yourself a decent sized tag end to be able to snip off, and then pull it as tight as you can. Make sure it stays on top of the hook. Try not to shred your thread on the point of the hook. These Togens hooks are very, very sharp. And then we're going to take this all the way down to where the breathers start and the ribs tied in, etc., etc. Lovely. Okay, just going to tidy that bit up. And then snip off your excess, and you can give this a little bit of a tug, a bit like Spanflex. Just give it a tug, makes the tying point nice and neat. Okay, body, squirrel dubbing. The size is up to you, it's up to the naturals that you see. I like quite a thin dubbing noodle, if I'm honest. You can always add more, you can't take it away, so quite a thin noodle also helps with the shell back at the end of it all. And we'll brush some of these out to give the illusion of legs, as you do with shrimps. So catch it all in, touching turns. The beauty of the lead is it gives a little bit of a bump in the body of the shrimp as well, so it gives you that natural profile. I need a bit more dubbing. Don't drop it all over the table like I've just done. There you go. Yeah, I reckon that'll do, because we've got some stuff to tie in. Do a whip finish here, firstly because I don't want the thread falling off the front of the hook, and secondly it just saves you work. There we go. Right, bring over the shellback. It's got a slight shrimpy pink hue to it. I really like this stuff. The light catches it nicely as well, but it is proper slippery, so you've got to tie it in really, really well. Make sure it's on top of the hook. That is not. Bear with me whilst I fiddle. That's on top of the hook. There we go. Some wraps in front. Another couple of wraps on top. And then you can snip off your excess. Right, now it's just a question of ribbing. We'll do one right, no, not, yes I am, right at the butt. And then we're going to come up and over. And I like to hold the shell back as I put tension on the rib, just to stop the thread tension, pulling that shell back over the top. There you go. And then catch it off. Snip off your excess. And really, just do one under there just to kick them up slightly. It's just a whip finish. Three-turn whip finish. I'll varnish the head off camera. And if you pull hard enough, apparently your thread snaps. So that's it. I love the look of this. Nice. Little bit of sparkle from the rib, but not too much. Trout go nuts for it. As I say, you can fish it as part of a team. You can add some movement to it, or you can fish it static. It works really, really well like that. Also, what I'm going to do off camera, mostly because I can't find my dubbing brush, is give it a good old scrub. Pull out a lot of those fibres. And hopefully what that will do is give... Oh, here it is. I found my dubbing brush. Let's do it now. Give the illusion of legs. So we're just going to brush down both sides. Give it a scrub underneath. Rid of that really long one. There we go. That's the illusion you're looking for right there. Find me via Togens, find me on Instagram, let me know how you go with this pattern. I'd be really interested to hear. It works really well for me. And until next time, tight lines.